So today I'm here essentially to address misinformation about the Indian community that has been stated at previous meetings, the blatant racism that was displayed quite literally 20 minutes ago, and all of this has spread to the news. Times of India is writing about Councilman Tucker and how the so-called activist Paul has blatantly made racist claims towards him. But many of these people that have spoken at previous town halls, they've used the word alleged fraud, alleged activity, alleged concerns. I will not be using that word tonight. I'm not here to speculate. I'm here to present facts. I'm here to cite real data, and I am here to address directly the misinformation surrounding H-1B visas and harmful stereotypes about the Indian community in Frisco. Tonight, I'm here to talk about two things: the truth about H-1B visas and the reality of the Indian community in our city. I spoke directly with the Frisco Chief of Police, David Shilson. Something that I want to make clear to everybody here tonight: the Frisco Council is not responsible for H-1B visa fraud. That directly goes to a federal bureau. Complaining here, the only reason why people are complaining to the council is to spread blatant hate towards the Indian community because they feel uncomfortable seeing people that do not look like them. What Sahas had said earlier, Frisco is consistently ranked one of the safest cities in America, not despite its diversity, not despite its Indian population, but alongside it. And as of today, there are no verified reports of H-1B fraud in Frisco. If the word alleged continues to be used one more time, at this point, I would urge citizens to assume that it is false unless you do a quick research on Google. Look at a federal bureau website. The statistics, the data, it's all there. Chief Shilson also said misinformation is one of the biggest threats to our country today. It creates divisiveness and hostility and does everything but promote unity. And that is exactly what we are seeing. People are forming strong opinions based on social media clips, group chats, and viral posts. Kelly, for example, today at this meeting made a claim that hate crimes were happening in India against the Christian community. She referenced the Cornell report. Upon looking at this report, you can see that there have been 200 cases of hate crimes towards Christians, but India is home to 1.2 billion people. Relative to the size of population, there has been significantly more hate crimes towards Muslims and Jewish people within America. So hate crimes happen everywhere, but are disproportionately happening in the US due to uninformed rhetoric spread by people that do not educate themselves. So let's talk facts. What about an H-1B visa? You need to have a specialized job offer, work in tech or medicine, have at least a bachelor's degree or higher, be sponsored by a US employee, and also the company has to prove that that they're paying the H-1B visa holder the same, if not higher amount as they would a US resident. They are not outsourcing cheaper labor. And it's not an easy system to enter. It's selective, competitive, and regulated. And there's a reason that this program exists. Around 70% of AI and machine learning graduate students in the US are international students. In overall STEM fields, over 50. That means that the very people being trained in our universities in the most advanced fields are often not US citizens. Without programs like H-1B, we are not protecting jobs, we are pushing away talent that our own system helped create. For every one H-1B worker, approximately 1.8 additional jobs are created for US workers. So the idea that these individuals are taking jobs is just not supported by the data. Regions like Frisco with higher H-1B participation have been shown to experience faster wage growth for US-born workers. Now let's talk about the Indian community. About 75% of Americans hold a bachelor's degree compared to 38%. The median income is $150K, double the US median. We are among the highest contributing groups per capita towards taxes. And if you look towards the crime data, 1.2% of fraud arrests despite being a larger share of the population at 6%. So statistically, the Indian community is associated with higher education, higher income, and lower crime rates. So if a group is associated with safer communities, stronger schools, and higher economic contribution, why are we afraid? If your goal is for your children to grow up in safe neighborhoods, high-performing schools, stable communities, then this is not something to fear. This is something to welcome. And let me be clear about cultural visibility. We also celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas. We are not forcing religion onto you. Hinduism does not convert. We believe everybody goes to heaven as long as you're a good person. Can I talk for a little more if possible?
Sorry, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, but thank you.